So hi again, it's Kate, or Kat, however you want to call me. It's week 2 of the asexual vlogging series, and yes, I have requested a little bit of a change in either the day of the week I do it, or it could be a little bit more ahead of time on the topic choices, just because of how my schedule is. So this week's topic is relationships. I sort of last week kind of went into relationships, so kind of thinking hard here what to talk about. I was thinking about maybe talking about friendships and the dating type relationships, which maybe it's kind of romantic or something. When I was younger, I just sort of assumed that, considering like how I was kind of like aromantic and touch kind of aversive, and my gender thing, like how I felt about my body and gender roles and stuff. I just really didn't know how much like dating or relationship would really occupy in happening in my life or whatever. I watched other people date and stuff and kind of just didn't seem worth it, you know? And so I kind of thought, like, when I was like maybe 23, 25, maybe something would click and I wouldn't be a late bloomer anymore, or maybe it'd be feasible enough to be in a relationship or something. But let me think here. I thought I'd be fine with like my friendships and stuff. I kind of wanted like a well-rounded kind of thing of friends, and you'd still like that would be like great for like opportunities for growth or seeing things like a different perspective and connection and support and stuff like that. But it seemed like besides my asexuality or aromanticism or whatever, friendships were kind of different for other people too. Like they just weren't valued as much, or had so much meaning or something. Like found Avon, that too was like one of the two like kind of things that surprised me was like finding other people that were genuinely valued and mentioned that difference as well, that they had wanted kind of more meaningful friendships and stuff that didn't seem to be such a big priority as opposed to other people who placed a lot of what they needed on like one person, like their dating person or whatever. Going into like dating, like it seems like, well, wait a second, just a pause, boo. Like before you go into dating, like it seemed like to like society or whatever, like it's easier to be a guy and be aromantic than it is to be a female. And someone said it on the board once that people really freaked out, and I was really surprised because that's kind of how my experience has been. Like it's more just acceptable or accepted, like I remember being in class in college and a teacher found out, like not even my teacher found out I was single, and they were like trying to get other people, like other students that were majoring in the department, to go and take me out on dates. Like I shouldn't be not dating. Like it wasn't, I guess, just okay in his brain that I wasn't on somebody's arm. And I just couldn't believe that someone felt like crossing my personal space like that. Yeah. Um, yeah. So, dating topic here. Some of my hesitation to go into dating is body stuff, like gender body stuff, gender roles, the ace thing, or whatever. Because, like, I think there's certain kinds of connection that people want to do touch wise and stuff like that. And I didn't always necessarily feel very female, and I didn't really want maybe it to be like this is what boys do and girls do, and there's the roles in that. And then also like the gender roles in society and stuff like that. Like it's easier for me to do touch with people I'm not dating. Like, yeah, if someone goes to like do a touch and I'm not really clear where we're at, I do get nervous, like what happens if they're trying to move this into like a romantic type thing. And yeah, okay, so it's easier for me to hold hands with, say, a friend, or yeah, than it is to hold hands with someone that's the dating person. Maybe because I've never lasted very long in the dating thing. Yeah, it's like my identity. I've been very like independent, I suppose. I have brothers, and I just kind of noticed whenever there's kind of like a gender different treatment. I got from like my parents or from other people, then I would didn't want to be shifted like that, you know. So I never wanted to socialize maybe and be, instead of being like the person that's there in the social group, but be like dependent upon someone else to be in that social group or be part of a package to be in that social group. Like I just kind of noticed that too from socializing and stuff. Oh yeah, okay. So then I guess part of the reason why I went into dating was like I had like a kind of list of goals that I wanted to do before like that whole thing of like 23 or 25 should happen. But then financially, like it just wasn't going to be this straight line of how I wanted things to happen or unfold. And I was kind of watching everybody pair off and everything. And so I guess I got a little bit like insecure, kind of anxious, motivated me a bit to try to jump into the dating pool a bit earlier than I was intending to. Just because, like, what happens if all the people you were sort of compatible with were like gone by the time that you were like 25? I know that's hilarious, but that's kind of one of the thoughts I had. Let's see here. So, besides gender role stuff, just kind of scared of getting stuck in general. And I didn't want to be like in a relationship that didn't really support me. So, let's see here. So again, both things like friendships and dating, I want something that's like good for support and growth and stuff like that. And so like with this last person, whatever that I'm dating right now, it was there's actually some concern I had about if I'd gotten so used to being like, you know, hermitish or whatever. Like I like coming home and I like my 2 cats and I like the lifestyle I have and I can do what I want, etc., etc. And but then in a way, does that leave me not open to spontaneity or change or growth and stuff like that? Which is funny because when I was dating before, I never lasted very long, and I would look at single people and I'd be jealous of them, you know, and that was like, oh, you know, like because other people were always like jealous of couples and stuff, and I'd just be like, dude, I want to go back to being like my own entity person, and the compromise of what happened wasn't worth it. And I don't mean like physical stuff only. I mean like just you know, how someone saw you or whatever, because it would be like they couldn't fully see me, like they didn't understand the aceness or they didn't understand the gender thing. And then like aceness, like just the sexuality differences, we both kind of would take it personally because we didn't know what was going on. So like they would think I was doing stuff to hurt them and make them feel rejected, and then I was feeling like they were doing stuff to me, like introducing stuff into the relationship that made me feel like I wasn't being seen. I didn't feel accepted, I guess. I kind of look at what it is that I seek from like a relationship, like of the dating kind, and I don't know, it still seems like the things that I want from it are kind of more like best friend oriented. So I still don't really know quite what it is then to say I am. And so sometimes I'm a bit thrown still too about this whole friendship thing, or when someone that you're friends with, even on Avon, wants to take it further, and it's like, I don't know, I guess it's kind of weird because I thought maybe there'd be more aromantic type people. Like I don't understand like why it's still kind of occurring here. Why do people jump to that conclusion so fast? I don't know. And so even after like the last video I put up, like or whatever, like I was like, you know, you don't have to be dating or whatever, and they just found it amusing or whatever. Like, but I don't know. I just really want to be respectful, you know. So I don't know. I guess it's all good. That's all my topic of relationships. Alright, see you next week. And AIM, I really liked your video last week. That's totally like the video I would have liked to have done.